what is it like playing with CP? How is it? What is like to play with him as a vet? Right? Did he set the tone when he comes into the room? What is it different? How is it different when he is in a room with you guys?
He's just been around so long. He knows so much, man. It's always so you learn something new, like almost every day. Especially when you season first started in training camp and everything. I was learning something new every single day. Like every single day. Like I learned something new from him. He's just so smart, so talented, so good.
What's the biggest thing he's taught you?
I don't think I'm trying to think. People always ask me that. I don't think there's never just like a one major thing. It's just always little things, just how to read defense when you're guarding this player, how he communicates, trying to get you to communicate at a high level like how he does. And, I tell him, like, I guard a lot. I'd be tired sometimes, and he'd be like, and he'd tell me how, like, he used to, he'd been on defensive teams. And he said, I know it's tough. Like, I've been in the same position, guarding best player, ball screens, all that stuff. Like, you just got to find your way, stuff like that. And just help me offensively, when to be aggressive and when to find them. And when he finds me, when to move, when to cut, like all that stuff. We just playing off each other, man. Just learn so much. You watch so much basketball. It tells you so much about the opponent and their schemes and what they run and what this player likes to do. He likes to go left, likes to go right. Like he already telling you what he's about to do before we even have the scout with our coaches. So he gets you kind of really mentally locked in before the game even starts, before we even know our opponent yet. So I think he like I said, he just taught me a lot, man. It hasn't been a year.
Is he one of those guys that, is he one of those guys that like LeBron or Draymond that like calls out defensive sets or calls out offensive sets before they happen? Does he already know what another team is doing before they do it? Is he that locked in when you play alongside him?
Yeah, for sure. Especially if sometimes if I'm zoned in, locked in, like if I'm guarding, like I'm like, I know the play as well. Sometimes if they keep running it and we go over it, I will know it as well what's about to come. But sometimes if I'm off the court or maybe I'm off ball and I'm not as locked in on ball and like getting ready for a screen or something, I can hear him yelling like, watch the hand back, watch this, it's coming for him, it's coming for him. And he always tells us when you see a lineup and you see like, you look at a lineup and you're like, who do you think they about to go to this whole 3 minutes right now? If he's out and he's in, who do you think they're about to go to? And it's like, just realize little things like that in baseline out of bounds or when they draw up plays right after ATOs, right after a timeout. Like, who do you think they're going to run these plays for? You got to be locked in for little things like that. And but yeah, he's definitely like that. He definitely knows people plays and knowing their schemes and everything.
I want to talk about Devin Booker a little bit. I remember the first time where I saw Devin Booker play live was actually at UCLA at the runs in the summertime. And, it's one thing to see him on television, but it's another thing to see him in person and also in a pickup setting. He was so good. He was balling against guys that at least the outside perspective thinks, are better than Devin Booker, but he was just eating their lunch. And I don't know if he gets the respect that he deserves right now. What is it like playing with him? And what is the national media and the national scale of people missing on Devin Booker that they need to know right now of how good he is?
Yeah, man. I mean, I love playing with Book. Grateful to be, real close with him. Yeah, when I got there, I knew how talented he was scoring the ball. But obviously, when you see it in person, like, oh, he could really, really score the ball. And then what threw me off was that he could pass really well. He's a good playmaker. Like that threw me. I didn't know that he could pass like he can until I got there. So that always threw me off. But obviously, like he gets disrespect sometimes, but I think he knows, and we all know in our family, in our organization, he's most praised. So I think we they can say whatever they want. You know, I don't think it affects him at all, but at least he knows that we need him and how much we appreciate him for him being himself and, you know, everything on and off the court. So I really don't care what they say, but I know how tough he is and great of a dude he is as well.
Did it annoy you guys as a team? I know last year he got in the last minute got the All-Star pick, but did it annoy you guys that, hey man, like this dude is balling? Why is that not like, why aren't people seeing this? Like we see this every day. He's putting up points, he's killing, he's talking shit. But what was it like to was that annoying when you don't see a guy that you know is really, really good not get his due? I know you say like we don't care about the outside noise, but come on, man, like this is a validation business. Do y'all all feel collectively chip on your shoulder when he doesn't get the admiration that you think he deserves?
Yeah, especially if you feel like somebody deserves it, then that's when you feel like, all right, like now you're just, especially like last year, I guess you want to say with wins and stuff, if you want to do with winning, but you got to see what he's doing out there to help our team out and everything like that. And then this year, when they saying he's not like this year, they're saying, well, we need him to score, but now we need him to win to be an all-star. And now he does it both. Now he does both. And now you still don't give it to him. Now it's like, all right, so what really is like, you're just saying he's just giving up an excuse. Like, oh, well, he will be an all-star if he would win games. But okay, when All-Star break came out, we was 2 in the West. So like, ain't putting up numbers. So what are you really saying? No, you just, you just, excuse my language, but talking out your ass just to say something, just to say it, just that's like an excuse or like what? So that's why I feel like when you really, if you're not going to be 100, then don't make up no BS. And then when it does happen to, just still don't do nothing about it. So just be 100%. You're going to be just be 100. If you don't think he this and that, then just say it. But if you want to keep putting up excuse and then when he does what you say he should do, it'll get him to it and and y'all don't put him there, then it's like, what is y'all on for real?